Hi. Okay, first of all, the intro lasts for 10 minutes because it's just Taurus, right? So I need time to like brush my hair because I didn't prepare beforehand. Okay, and I needed to get my water and my snacks. Right, guys? What is going on? Anxiety multiplies for Virgo when things are late or unexpected. I feel like that's more fixed signs, but maybe. Because Virgo is mutable. Virgo can kind of like roll with the punches, you know? I feel like Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius are more like, Taurus is more like if something doesn't go as planned. What's up, Vanessa? What's up, Carmen? What's up, Dominic? What's up, Sun Power? What's up, Shannon? Okay, then I just have anxiety. So do I, but maybe it's a Virgo thing. I don't roll with punches. Facts. Okay, so you guys can tell I'm not in my usual place. This is my parents' house. It's honestly so peaceful out here. There's no noise. Nobody's getting arrested in the parking lot. You know, it's so nice out here. It's just out in the middle of nowhere. There's like a willow tree right there that I can see from this window. It's just so beautiful. Anyway, what's up, Kinez? So Uranus is in Gemini right now, today. Okay. And that is kind of exciting. I believe the last time Uranus was in Gemini was the start of World War II. So cool. But other than that, I think it'll be a nice little change. I am ready for it to be out of my rising sign and away from my moon as far as humanly possible. So I'm predicting that we're definitely going to see new avenues of technology, like some really innovative, weird, wacky, communicative AI stuff is really going to pop off this time around for the next 8 years. Now, on November 8th, Uranus is going to go back in Taurus. So there is more of like a, uh-oh, you forgot to clean this up or you forgot to change this up, or are you sure that you've really broken free from this? Da, 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 da. So keep that in mind. Okay. So we're not totally out of the woods. Not only that, but Saturn is going retrograde on July 13th, I think, and will retrograde back into Pisces, back to the illusions, back to the Delulu. Okay. Don't take them back. you know Definitely keep your emotional boundaries up, okay, guys. Yeah, Lori, it's so nice out here. What's up, Vicky? So yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm feeling two ways about it, which is like so Gemini, right? So what's going on, Jess? It's really nice to see you. So um sorry, it's a little messy back here. This is like the big family room I was on earlier. This is like the cotton candy machine, and then we have the ice cream machine over there. There's like a big fucking ladder in the middle of the floor for whatever reason. There's a big old couch. There's also a popcorn machine. Okay. They get lit up here. There's lots of goodies up here. But yeah, so Gemini risings, hefty Gemini placements, get ready, bitch. Okay, I just had this going through my first house. I am so glad I'll never be alive to have to do that again. No thanks. Like don't get me wrong, I'm glad it happened. Okay, I'm glad it happened. It needed to happen. Definitely made me break free from that. Who's this baby? Come here. Let them see your beautiful face. Come here. Come here. Let them see you and how cute you are. Oh, look at no. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. Look at how cute he is. He's so cute. Cute. Isn't he so cute? That little face. You're such a baby. You are a baby. How cute is this dog? Look at his little eyeballs. Isn't he so sweet? He's so sweet. He loves my daughters. He just like, I love you. Yes, you are a good boy. He like so they have their rooms are at the end of the hall and early in the morning, I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, she's not talking to me. Early in the morning, he'll just sit out there. Like I was up at, I can't remember what time, but it was really early this morning. And I went out there and he's just like sitting there, like waiting, just laying down, waiting for them to open their doors. Waited there all morning, didn't move, just waited and waited. And I was like, oh my God, he like laid there for hours waiting for them to open their doors. So finally I came barging in. I opened the door for him and I was like, hello, like open the door for him. Like he's been waiting all morning to see you. He's so sweet. He loves them so much. I just tell myself every man is obsessed with me. They just don't know how to express themselves. Um, Sometimes I'm just like, men don't really exist. They're just like a hologram and they're just like NPCs and they just walk around and like they're just not real. That'll keep you safe, ladies. Just kidding. I don't really do that, you know, but it would be wise if we all did sometimes. Anyway, so are you going to hang out here with me? Valeria hates him, but she was also traumatized by a dog and like he tried to jump around and like play with her and she did the you know what I'm talking about. What's up, APAP? Sean, is Sean here? What's up, Sean? What's up, Complexity? They exist when the I'm not gonna read that out loud. Okay, sir. What are you doing, honey? Oh, honey, what are you doing? Are you gonna lay on that little stool? You're so cute. Okay. Okay, you lay right there. You just lay right there. You're such a baby. Oh, he's so cute. I just can't. I'm never gonna get any work done. Anyway, you guys, no, blue eyes. We literally haven't even started. So, welcome you guys. Welcome to All Signs. We're gonna be taking a look at what are we doing? What's coming towards you? So this is for what is this? What did I do for the rest of the week? I think this is for the rest of the week. So you can literally check any placement. It really doesn't matter because these are general readings. If you want to book a personal, you can always do so at violettaalexis.com. Yes, I am taking super chat questions tonight. And if you would like to book, you can go ahead and do that at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. If you do it within the next 15 minutes, then you get 15% off of your question. Okay. So that's why I love dogs. The loyalty is unmatched. Please. So these dogs will sell you out for a freaking corn dog. Like, don't even play. I literally just watched a video about that, and there was these dogs, and they were in the house, and their owners faked like they were getting robbed. Okay, they faked like they were getting robbed and like murdered. So they put like a plate of food there and the dog started eating it, and then they faked that someone was coming in and kidnapping their owner. 2 out of 10 dogs tried to save their owner. 2 out of 10. The rest tried to eat as fast as they could because they thought that maybe the burglar was going to take their food. Okay. And you know what I thought was the funniest? You know who the 2 dogs were that were loyal or that chose to try to save their owners? A little tiny Shih Tzu and a golden retriever. Never would have guessed, honestly. You think it would be the big dogs. Those big dogs are nothing but moving teddy bears. Not a thought behind those eyes, honey. Mm. Manifesting money and a good woman, period. My dog will become anyone's friend for about yeah. My mom's like, "Oh, you need to get a dog so you feel safe." I don't feel safe. All a burglar is gonna have to do is like, "Oh, like, hey, you want a treat?" Especially if they're like a stalker or something. They already know the dog's name. Like, it's so easy. Valeria will probably go and hide under the bed and just go, "Rah, rah." Sound like you're trying to start a damn motorcycle engine. How was my weekend? It was good. It was pretty good. I hung out with the kids. I did some poetry. I just been writing a lot, and I'm trying to release my song on Friday, and I need to hurry up and record a video for it because I don't want to keep like putting AI videos on my art or whatever, on my writing or behind my writing. I'm like, maybe I should just record my day, but like, what am I gonna do? Like, record myself pumping weights at the gym to like a really sad song that I made? No, that's gonna no, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. So I have to figure that out before Friday for certain. What's up, Delani? All right, you guys. So anyway, without further ado, you're definitely a Paris Hilton doppelganger. I don't see it, but she's beautiful and I will take it. I hear that a lot. When I was like 14, 15, I got a lot of Alicia Silverstone. And then as I got older, I got a lot of Christina Aguilera, especially when I had the platinum blonde. And now I get a lot of Paris Hilton. I also did my color analysis today with ChatGPT. Do you guys know what a color analysis is? I did my color analysis and it said I was either a soft autumn or a light summer. Hmm, very cute. I'm going to have to play with that later. I'm going to have to figure out what colors look best on me. Goodness, please. I don't care about looking like her. I want her damn money. That's what I want. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's actually work backwards today. We're going to start with Pisces and we will work our way backwards. Okay. All right. So, Pisces, I hope that you guys are doing great. Let's go ahead and see what is coming towards you for the rest of this week. Wait, hold on. I need some music. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Pisces. It's a little dusky in here. Okay. There we go. Sorry, Pisces. 1 second. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, Pisces, I'm ready. Okay. Your overall energy is the Strength card for this week. Okay. What's coming towards you is the Ace of Cups. Okay. Listen, your ruler is in Cancer and it's exaltation. I wouldn't be surprised. Ace of Swords reversed for your advice. Damn, you have 3 aces in this reading. Why are you so held back this week? I feel like there's an opportunity for you to branch out or to take a risk, and you seem to be a little bit apprehensive. Why? The 3 of Swords. Oh man, are you afraid of being hurt? Is that what it is? I get it. Guess what? Everybody is going to hurt you. You just have to figure out who the fuck is really worth it, right? So, with the strength, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles, you seem to feel very passionate about something. And there's an opportunity maybe that you're attempting to create, or maybe one that you're attempting to offer. Maybe one is being offered to you because I see one right here with that Ace of Cups. Honey, I can't play with you right now. I'm sorry. So, but for some reason you're afraid. And I feel like it's just because you've been hurt before. Maybe it's a specific person that has hurt you before, but you're more apprehensive. And I don't think it's for nothing. I think that there's a lot of wisdom behind why you're being so reserved. And it doesn't feel like it's necessarily coming from a place of fear. It does feel like it's coming from a place of wisdom. Just because the strength is in the upright, the Ace of Pentacles is in the upright. It's, sir, go, go, go. No, no, no. Come on. I can't with this boy. He's like licking old crumbs off of the freaking table. I'm so sorry, Pisces. So, but it's coming from a place of wisdom. It's not for nothing. You're thinking before you're acting, in my opinion. But you seem pretty confident in your decision. And there can also be a financial opportunity that's coming your way. And it just seems like you're trying to figure out the best way to kind of navigate it. What's coming towards you? Is it an apology? Okay, well, Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, the Tower. So, Pisces, this is definitely a huge shakeup, especially regarding some kind of ending. It feels like something is done, finito. I'm not going to lie. It feels like a betrayal, but whatever the ending is, it feels pretty damn permanent. And it's kind of an oh shit moment. It's a moment where you realize that something should have been let go probably a really long time ago, but there was this apprehension or this refusal to maybe let go. Maybe that's a part of what this strength in the Four of Pentacles is about, where there's some reservation about finally letting go of something. But now something external from you is triggering this change of permanence. And I'd be lying if I said it didn't feel uncomfortable, or it doesn't look like it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It looks like it feels uncomfortable. Why the Tower? The devil. I see. Who are you dealing with? Are you dealing with? Okay, so for some of you, it can be a fear. It can be a temptation. It can be something that was dragging you down. It can be some kind of self-sabotaging behavior, a really crappy trauma bond that you had with another person, a crazy attachment, an obsession, all of these things. And because there is a refusal to realize or a refusal to accept that this thing was a negative influence in your life, it is essentially being kind of ripped from you. And it's going to feel really, really crappy at first, but it's going to be for your ultimate good. And I feel like that there's a cushion. Okay. There is a cushion with that Ace of Cups. That Ace of Cups tells me that there may be some kind of offer that somebody is giving you. And it might come right off of the cuff of this issue. It can also be that, tell me about the Ace of Cups, the Empress reversed. It's, you know what it feels like? It feels like trying to create love in a war zone. Like, this is a weird example, but picture a child that grows up in a really healthy household, right? A really healthy household. Everything's in line. Their parents pay attention to them. Their parents love them. There's no weird shit going on, right? They grow up with an education and love in the home and structure and balance and all this. opposed to a child who grows up in a home where there's like abuse and name calling and everything else, right? And imagine how one grows up versus the other. One tends to have a bit more of a leg up or a chance than the other, right? Well, I feel like there was some issue in your life that was like trying to grow something in through cement, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working. And so I feel like now at this point, it's just done. I do think that there is some kind of reprieve. I do think that there may be somebody here who's acting as a huge like supporter of yours, like somebody who's attempting to emotionally support you, and there's new opportunities on the horizon. So that does feel like the cushion, you know. I feel like there's better health, maybe there can be a new financial opportunity, a new romantic opportunity or creative opportunity, but it's all in the midst of this like kind of oh shit moment. You know, it's like your whole life gets turned upside down, but then you get like the job of your dreams, you know, but you got to move across country or something like that. Your advice is the Ace of Swords reversed and the Hangman. Well, the Hangman is you, and the Knight of Swords reversed. Don't try to force something. I do feel like there will be an event that is quite triggering for you, but don't try to force it to stay or force it to work. I think this is really about surrender, letting go. And it's like we always say that, right? Surrender and letting go. And, you know, and sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's easier when you've been dealing with it for a long time and now you're just like kind of numb to it and you're like, yeah, I'm kind of done. Like I'm tired, you know. Then there are other times where it's really difficult. You feel like you're ripping off a part of your body, you know, trying to separate from something that maybe felt like comfortable chaos for a really long time. And so I think that it's just really about taking the time or allowing yourself the time to be able to heal and let go and just see something from a different perspective, because I do think that there is a positive here. Damn, Pisces, you got the you got the harsh cards here, I won't lie. So we have house 8 and we have bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Well, I feel like someone's bringing love into your situation and I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's a mother, I don't know if it's a new potential love interest. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's a spouse, who knows. But house 8, if this is your advice, this is about understanding your own psychology. House 8 can be about where we merge with another. It can be, sometimes it can be like the way that we think, kind of, okay, but it's like a deeper psychology. It's like what's under the surface. It can also be about change and transformation, and potentially that needs to take place, but because it wasn't happening before when things seemed comfortable, now it may need to happen because of some supposed crisis. But I do feel like if you view something from a different perspective and you allow yourself the time to kind of like grieve it and just let go, it's going to feel like you're just going down the roller coaster. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, now you know you're about to get off the exit, right? Like, what a ride. And I don't think I'll go in that line to ride that again, right? It's one of those kind of moments. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question and get your cards read during this live, then you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. You can also find that link in the pinned comment in the chat box. All righty. Let's move on, shall we? Okay. Aquarius. All right. What's going on, Aquarius? How are you? Welcome. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on for you for the rest of the week. Your energy is the Four of Cups reversed. The Lover's reverse for what's coming towards you. Okay. Okay. Ten of Wands reversed for your advice. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Okay. I actually like it, to be honest. Four of Cups reversed with the Seven of Wands reversed and the Nine of Pentacles. This reminds me of that clip of Shira Seven when she was like, I don't compete. That's a man's job, or something like that. She's like, I don't compete. That's a masculine trait. Have fun. I'm not doing that. That's a masculine trait. I'm not competing, right? That's what this kind of reminds me of. Like, it feels like there's some status quo that people are trying to pressure you to uphold, or, there maybe somebody's trying to trigger your insecurity, or maybe you have a fear of rejection, or maybe somebody's trying to trigger that, or somebody's trying to intimidate you. And I feel like you're not even trying to play into it. You're not even trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, or you're not even trying to feed into it at all. It just feels like you want to do what you want to do. It feels like you're feeling pretty good about yourself. The Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. It's where we're looking good, feeling good, smelling good. And you're just in this very relaxed, confident state. It doesn't seem like it's bothering you. What's that Seven of Wands reversed? The Fool reversed. It feels like there's somebody that's trying to do something reckless, without consideration to your feelings. And it feels intentional. Like this person is genuinely trying to mm, get your goat in some way, or trying to trigger you. I don't know why. Usually people that do that have really bad communication skills. You know, they either have bad communication skills, or, who knows what their deal is. But feels like you're just enjoying your life. You don't seem too worried about it. If anything, you're looking in the opposite direction. Booked and unbothered is basically you this week. Okay. I feel like, that's what that is. Something is revealed to you, and it's intentional. The reveal is intentional. It's a reveal because there's other motives. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, the worst example I could possibly give, because this is just on the fly, but imagine you and somebody break up, and then you're minding your fucking business, and then their friend, like, you follow their old friend or something, and they know that you follow them. And so they try to post a picture of you, your ex, with some girl or some guy kissing at the bar or something. And they post it knowing that you're going to see it, right? I don't know, something like that. Okay. But it feels like it's intentionally being revealed to you, and you're just like, okay, done with that. Maybe it's an issue with a coworker, or maybe you find out something about a friend, or but it's being revealed to you. And now it's kind of like time to decide. And so it feels like you're, once again, you're not really giving it any attention. You're just closing it out, calling it a day. You're taking the high road with that Worlds and that Nine of Pentacles. It's very mature. It's Saturn and it's Virgo. It's a very mature self-worth vibe going on. So I guess I'm not really worried about you. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is saying don't bite into it, or try not. Maybe it's like somebody's trying to bring you in to some kind of conflict, is also what I'm getting for some of you. Like somebody's trying to get you as a third party, or trying to get you to be in a part of some kind of low vibrational, who knows, right? But it's just basically saying focus on your future, because you're in this Nine of Pentacles. So you're there. You're on the precipice of something that you've wanted regarding your legacy, or maybe your next relationship, or maybe you are married, or whatever. And so it's telling you, like, what do you really want? What is truly like what you want at the end of the day? And if you reached even further than that, what do you think you could grab on your way down? So focus on that, and don't take on things that aren't your problem. I almost want to say anymore, that are not your problem anymore, or have never been your problem and don't need to be your problem, and don't give in to any kind of manipulation either. House 5, have fun. House 5 is like have fun, create, go out and date. A win-win outcome is forecast. I feel like you just need to, I don't even want to say play it cool, just focus on your own interests and your own self-expression. Because I feel like there's a way that you and someone else can part peacefully or can come to some kind of agreement. Just don't feed in to, like, for instance, right? If every single time somebody tries to come back into your life, they manipulate you as opposed to taking accountability, and you always take this person back or allow this friend back in your life, even though you know it's just manipulation and not the truth, this is how you're not gonna get what you want, right? This is not a win-win outcome. This is a win-lose with the lose on your side. So I feel like you just need to focus on what you want and what makes you happy so that an actual win-win can come about, as opposed to you just compromising your needs. You know what I'm saying? And then that other person falling short. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, you can visit hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot. All right. What's up, Tom? How are you? Let's go ahead and move on to Capricorn. What's going on, Capricorn? I hope that you guys are doing really, really well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for the rest of the week. Okay. 10 of Cups. Queen of Wands reversed for what's coming towards you. Uh-oh. Somebody looks upset. The Queen of Pentacles for your advice. Okay. You're showing up as a masculine. The Moon reversed. What's the Moon reversed? The 9 of Cups. I love this, honestly. Talk about taking initiative. I feel like you guys are no longer suppressing what you want. You seem to be being very honest about what you want, like what makes you happy on an individual level. And I think for some of you, if you're single, you may end up getting into a relationship here very, very soon. For others of you, you may already be in a relationship, but you seem to really be taking charge and taking initiative. I mean, I don't see, like, this is just really positive. Family's good. You feel emotionally supported. You're being emotionally supportive. You're taking initiative. You're taking responsibility. You're being very honest about what you want. Like, this is great. Some of you may end up getting promoted here soon with that Emperor there, or come into some kind of position of power. The Queen of Wands reversed, the King of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. I don't know if you is this person this person? You seem to be attempting to offer something to a feminine in your life, and it can be a business deal, but it looks like you're putting in an honest to God effort, and you feel pretty confident in what it is that you have to offer. But this person doesn't seem to be taking too kindly to whatever it is that you are offering with that Queen of Wands reversed. Why is that? The 8 of Swords reversed, the 6 of Pentacles. This person may feel like it's not good enough. They may feel like it's not good enough, or, they could be wanting to get like unstuck from this, or they've already decided that they don't want to give to this, but you seem to be what's the word? Persistent. But I don't think this person seems to be impressed. Why? Hierophant? It feels like they want more than what you're offering. This is Taurus. This is double Taurus. The fuck? All right, sorry. Like, I don't know if you're already in a relationship with this person, or I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is the same person as that 10 of cups, but they seem to be either jealous, angry, pissed off. Like, Queen of Wands reverse is the type to like throw a chair across the room in very extreme cases, right? Queen of Wands reversed, she's not feeling super confident, or she's very triggered because something has angered her to her core. So she can be getting like overly emotional about something, whoever this is. And it can be around value. Like, this person may feel like they're worth more than what you have given or what you're offering. So I don't know what that is. Your advice is the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Swords reversed, and the Three of Wands. Who's this Queen of Pentacles? The Judgment, somebody from your past. Mm, there may be some kind of reckoning with a Queen of Pentacles, or it may mean that you need to focus on some kind of financial issues from the past as well. But it makes me feel like this is a person, because this is the court card. So I feel like you need to take initiative in regards to this Queen of Pentacles energy for some reason. Why? The Chariot, because there's a victory there. Great, have fun. House 9 for your advice. So this can be about spiritual growth, higher education, travel, take time to breathe out. I feel like you guys need a fucking spiritual retreat with that house 9 and take time to breathe out, honestly. I feel like you need a retreat. Like, I feel like you need to get out of the house, go touch grass, go to some freaking ashram, go to a different country, go to a different state, go pray, go to church. I don't know, whatever your thing is. I feel like you need some woosah time. And I also think that this is telling you to try to keep your optimism about you. Try to keep your optimism about you. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All right, Thea. What's up, Enigma? I didn't celebrate 4th of July, Tom, honestly. I just didn't. No thanks. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. What's going on, Saggy? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is coming towards you, or who is coming towards you for the rest of this week. The Five of Pentacles reversed in your energy. Okay. Ace of Wands reversed for what's coming towards you. It doesn't feel like anything's coming towards you, but let's see. Wheel of Fortune reversed for your advice. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. What's that Five of Pentacles reversed? The Knight of Wands reversed. So, a Sagittarius, don't do it, dude. Don't do it. What is that? Don't do that. So, listen to me. Some of you actually are this Knight of Wands reversed. If you are, I'm going to have to tell you to stop immediately. Chain yourself to your freaking water heater or whatever you got to do to not leave that this week because this is not the best energy to be in. And I feel like you guys are kicking up dust and starting shit, honestly, with another person. If you are that Knight of Wands reverse, if you are that Knight of Wands reverse, okay, you know who you are. If you are, you seem to be attempting to come out of separation with another person. But the way that you're going about it, the Knight of Wands reverse is like the type of person to start drama just so that way the attention is on them. Like, look at me. Please look at me. Like, why aren't you looking at me? And you're purposely creating drama between others in order to have a way in. Like I remember this woman started this drama between me and my ex just because she wanted him to unblock her and thought that trying to get him to hate me would get him to unblock. It was crazy. It was honestly fucking crazy. Stage 5 psycho. Don't do that. Okay. For others of you, this is somebody else attempting to get you to unblock them, or they're trying to get in your space and you seem to be trying to not engage, although they are getting a way in. You are letting them in some way, but it's creating drama in your life. It's creating conflict. It's creating chaos, and nothing is really getting resolved. It feels very intentional. It feels very intentional, honestly. So, what does this person want? The Two of Swords, a truce, peace. Hell of a way to go about it. What's coming towards you? Please. All memories, no action, baby. All memories, no action. I mean, that's great. They're very sweet, loving, gentle, beautiful memories, but there's no action behind them. This is like the type of person who's like, "Oh, you remember that night that we had in Hawaii? And it was so beautiful." It's like, "Yeah, remember that time that you cheated on me though?" It's kind of like, I don't know. So don't get me wrong, it feels like you're reminiscing and things are cute, but there's also nothing different happening that should be happening, in my opinion. The Wheel of Fortune reverse for your advice with the Five of Swords reversed and the King of Cups. This is really, listen, I'm starting to feel like it's not. So if you keep making the same decisions based off of the same insecurities and the same trauma that you did before, you will continue to recreate that over and over and over and over again in your life. And it's making me feel like if you are that Knight of Wands reversed, every time you feel like you're losing and your instinct is to kick up dust and start shit or do something manipulative in order to get somebody back or to gain some kind of attention, like you're going down a really lonely path. Okay, I'm going to tell you. So, this is about emotional maturity. And if you truly want authentic love, authentic attention, then you're needing to be authentic in a way that is aligning with the kind of relationship and the kind of person that you want to be. Because we don't realize that so many people truly act against their own interests. And they do it a lot subconsciously, right? Like sometimes the people who want love the most push it away the most. because while there's if you're attached to something that you really really want, right? If there's I want this so bad, I want this so bad, but there's always that underlying fear, isn't there, of I just might not get it, so might as well push it away. That way I feel like I have some kind of control over this chaos that I'm essentially creating, right? Taurus. Maybe somebody's dealing with a Taurus. Maybe you have that in your chart. And then have faith in your dreams. Okay. Well, Taurus can be about self worth and self value, but it can also be about trust and patience and sensuality. Mm, I feel like if there's something that you're really hoping for, Sagittarius, okay, I really feel like it's not going to come quick. I think that good things usually take time. Okay. Things that are really going to last are built up over time because there's that connection, or there's the hard work behind it, or the education, or whatever it is. And there's a foundation there because we're taking the time to build one. Things that are erratic like this, they die out just as quickly as they festered, right? So I feel like it's really about taking your time and making decisions from a place of self-worth as opposed to I need attention or I need validation. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, then you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot. This little thing is like so obnoxious. It looks so weird. Okay. Let's move on. What's going on, Kelly? It's good to see you. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with this camera. Okay, let's see what's going on with you for the rest of the week. Okay, King of Swords, Page of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Is the person I'm reading for the Queen of Cups reversed? Yes. Okay. Um, So I'm going to run this two different ways. So the King of Swords is here, which tells me that somebody may be communicating with you. It seems like somebody's kind of coming into your energy. And I don't know what they're discussing. I feel like they're kind of giving you some kind of advice. They seem to be very strategic, very intelligent. They're offering you some advice. And I feel like it's practical advice. I feel like it's advice that you really need, is what I want to say. And for some reason you don't trust it. And I feel like that's because of some kind of emotional baggage that you still have towards something else. Tell me about why that Queen of Cups is reversed, the Nine of Swords. I feel like you're a little bit paranoid, if I'm going to be honest. It feels like this is a genuine deal or a genuine offer or genuine conversation or genuine advice, but you seem to not really be trusting it. And you seem to be in your head about it, quite frankly. What's this person's intention? The Justice. I don't feel like they have bad intentions, Scorpio. I think that, I mean, this is such a Scorpio read, right? I feel like you're being paranoid, in all honesty. I do. I feel like you're being a little paranoid. I feel like you're being, and I don't know, maybe you and this person have history, but they seem to want to help you. They seem to want to put you on the right path. They seem to want to do the right thing, the noble thing, the honorable thing. And I feel like you're getting in your head about it a little bit and you're feeling a little bit anxious, and that's okay. Damn. What is this? It feels like you're getting some kind of offer to succeed, and you're like, no, you can't be talking about me. you know, it's like somebody sees your Instagram or something, maybe you're really hot, right? And somebody sees your Instagram and they're like, they want to offer you some kind of modeling job, right? And I get it, like that shit can be sketchy, like don't get me wrong, okay? But like, but maybe it's actually real, but because you're so insecure about your appearance or something like that, you're just not buying it, right? Or something like that. Okay, I'm not saying it's a fucking modeling job, but it feels like it's your self-doubt that's kind of poisoning it when it's a legitimate offer or a legitimate conversation. Somebody's trying to reach out and give you some level of success or validation or attention for some work that you've done or for whatever it is, but you are allowing self-doubt to kind of creep in, to be honest. And maybe like a even like a contract or something like that. Okay. Your advice is Seven of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups, okay, and the Star. You know, I really feel like you need to figure out what you're doing here, Scorpio. With that Seven of Pentacles, what are you invested in? And is it invested in you? And have you been seeing a return on it, or do you need to do something different? Seven of Cups is about you being spoiled for choice, you having a lot of options in regards to whatever it is your dream is, like whatever your dream is, you know, whatever, wherever you see yourself in the future, you know. And I feel like you really do have a lot of options available to you. But once you start allowing that self doubt to creep in, you're gonna let yourself fail. Okay. Pisces is your advice. Maybe you're dealing with a Pisces and your commitment is being tested. Well, Pisces can be about creativity. It can be about like your dreams. Literally, it can be about your dreams. But I feel like you're needing to allow yourself to think bigger. Jupiter rules Pisces, right? Jupiter is all about optimism and, you know, what do you want to happen, right? The bigger benefic, the big blessings, the dreams, all of that stuff. Like what are you really committed to? And it's asking you to venture into whatever that is, to allow yourself to explore that. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much, Scorpio. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, then you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a lot, Scorpio. All right, let's move on. What's up, Sun Love? Thank you. I hope it gets better for you. I'm sure it will. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of gotta pee, but I'm gonna hold off. Let me at least get done with Libra. Hello, Libra. What's going on? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what's happening for you for the rest of this week. Six of Swords reversed. The Five of Cups. Oh, God. Okay. Ew, I hate the readings today. Well, guys, I'm just going to sign off. Have a good one. Take it easy. Okay. Page of Cups reversed. Okay. Six of Swords reversed, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and the Temperance reversed. You're over it. You're over it. It's like too much of nothing. You know what this makes me think of? It makes me think of like somebody just eating tofu for like 3 months, like just straight tofu. Like, what is this doing for me? But it feels like it's something work related or something in regards to your routine. where you just keep going back and doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and you find no peace in your work, or you're finding no peace in your routine, you know? Same shit, different day, nothing new. Everything's fucking monotonous and boring. Boring. It's boring. And you're pretty unsettled about it. Tell me about that temperance reversed. Told you. There you are, Libra. Queen of Swords reversed. You seem pissed. Like you're like, I'm better than this. I know that I can do more. I know that I can be more, but you're like triggered. You're triggered. You're so over it. And I don't know if you just need to switch up your routine. I don't know if you need to focus more on some creativity. Maybe it's just been nothing but, work and no play, or right. It's like America, in this culture of America, is just like work and then die. And sometimes die while you're working, and I can imagine that you're getting a little lost in the sauce. You're kind of at this point where you're just over it. You're like, there has to be something more. I feel like I'm getting played. Like, I think that you're wanting to live your best life, but you just keep like hitting the same nail with the same hammer in the same spot over and over and over again. I don't think you want to, right? I don't think you want to. Who is this guy? Who's this guy? Why would a man be here? I'm just kidding. There's a masculine. If you're not a masculine, I don't think that you are, because you're showing up as the Queen of Swords reversed. There's a masculine energy in your life. I feel like they are really sad. Could be an earth sign, but they seem to be pretty sad. They have a lot of regrets. They may miss you. They may wish things would have been different. What's the Five of Cups? The Death reverse. They're still holding on to you. They wish things could be different. Death reverse is like a lack of change. And they're doing a lot of spying on you, but they're assuming things. This may be like an ex or something. They may be assuming that you're in a relationship, or they may be making assumptions about your love life, or on how you feel about them. Give me one more. Mm. So it's either this: they're assuming that you're working on something else with someone else, or they're assuming that you don't want to work on things with them. They're so sad, but it feels like they're still committed to you, or they feel committed to you, or this person may very much value you. This can also be, it doesn't have to be love, okay? But it can be like a business partner, or it can be somebody at work who just maybe regrets something that happened. Okay. Your advice is the Page of Cups reversed, the Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Oh God. What are you asking Libra to do? The Sun. So this is like walking away from any manipulation or victim mentality, even if that's like a victim mentality for you. Like if you're living in this mentality of like, oh, I'm just stuck here, or oh God, um I'm gonna do this forever or whatever. Like, okay, you keep telling yourself fine. Like if you keep saying that, and making excuses for your other circumstances, and I understand like sometimes shit happens, but if you don't walk away from that mentality, like the future that you want is going to walk away from you. And this is about being confident and taking the lead in your own life and being optimistic about the possibilities. Libra is your advice. A new start is coming. It's time for you to get your shit together, honestly. Like I feel like you're in this like wah, wah, wah energy and you really need to be more hyped up because I do feel like a new start is coming and I think that you need to be ready for it. So it's time for you to be on your worst behavior. That's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question and get your cards read during this live, then you can go ahead and do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. What's up, Lady Anne? I cannot get into SNL. What is that? I cannot get into it. Like the SNL skits, I can't do it. I just don't find it funny. It's just not funny to me. I don't know. Oh my God. Okay, I am going to pee. I gotta pee. So great. I'll be right back. Yes. I actually let Valeria in here. Hello, Emma. It's getting a little chilly. I'll put on this hoodie. What's up, Chrissy? Oh, we got a baby. She's such a baby. Look, you can tell how happy she is to be here. Clearly, she looks super pleased. Aw, Jess, thanks. That's so kind. Thank you. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. I'll be honest, I'm so glad I got rid of the platinum hair. It's gross. Just, I mean, there's nothing wrong with platinum hair, but it was like making me look washed out, girl. All right, so let's move on to. I'm also glad I got rid of the extensions. What was I doing with those? Why? I'm glad I got rid of the filters. I just feel so much better without all of that crap, you know? Just feels so good. I feel a lot more authentic, you know what I'm saying? All right, so Virgo. All right, hello, Virgo. I hope you guys are doing well. You guys are kind of under the spotlight as well, a little bit, since you're a mutable sign. Uranus is eventually going to square you at some point. So have fun with that. It's going to square my sun, but at the tail end. So, like in like 7 years. I'm not going to worry about it right now. So, let's go ahead and see what is going on for you for the week. Whoop. Ooh, Nine of Wands. Okay. Eight of Wands for what's coming towards you. Oh, Jess, that's so sweet. You're so sweet. Thank you. You totally made my day. Eight of Wands for what's coming towards you. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles for your advice. So let's see that Nine of Wands first. Show me that Nine of Wands for Virgo. Okay. Well, you're showing up as a masculine. Okay. So for my feminine Virgos, this may be reversed. Why is that King of Wands reversed? Hangman reversed. You got to surrender the ego, Virg. Okay. You got to surrender the ego. I definitely feel like it's working against you. It's not working for you. It seems like you're trying to offer something. You seem to be trying to fight for something. You seem to be trying to fight for maybe somebody that you love or something that you're attempting to offer, fighting for a child, maybe for a few of you. It seems like you're trying to be vulnerable, but that ego, that King of Wands reverse, is holding you back a little bit. It's kind of keeping you stuck. I feel like you need to look at something differently. You seem to be stuck on a very specific perspective, like you need to be perceived in a certain way in order to be viewed as masculine or in order to be viewed as lovable, when that's just not true. It's really not about contorting yourself to be able to fit somebody else's ideal of what masculinity is or what beauty is or whatever. And that goes for everybody, but it's more so about just being you, being truly authentically you, and somebody that likes that will genuinely be attracted to that. So maybe it's something like that as well. But you seem to be standing up for what you want. What is that? The 10 of Cups, a relationship. Oh, maybe you're fighting for your family. Maybe you're fighting for a child. Maybe you're fighting for your relationship that you really want to be in, but you're having a little bit of a hard time with that King of Wands reversed. I feel like you have good intentions. It just I think that there's still some confidence issues at play. And I don't know if you're aware of them or not, because that hangman can sometimes be more subconscious. Don't feel like you have to wear a costume. The Eight of Wands is, are you traveling? The Six of Cups. Okay. I can't tell if this is new love or not, but it also doesn't have to be love. It can be creative, but that Ten of Cups is there. Somebody may travel to come see you with that Eight of Wands in the world. It can be a friend, okay? But it's somebody you have a deep soul bond with. This is not like your run of the mill, somebody you meet at a bar and like, oh hey, and we pretend to like small talk and then we move on. It's a deeper connection. It's very all encompassing, very deep, and there's a camaraderie there a little bit. But it doesn't come from a surface level. It's deeper than that. And it feels like there's a closure or some kind of maybe communication that you're receiving, because this is about what's coming towards you. So it can be some kind of communication that you're receiving, maybe from somebody at a distance with that world in that Eight of Wands, or maybe it's somebody from a different background or a different culture. For others of you, maybe it has absolutely nothing to do with that. Maybe it's not necessarily about love, but the Six of Cups can sometimes be like a gift from God. Okay. And so maybe you are being given some kind of news that kind of comes out of nowhere that you've accomplished something, or you know it's like I don't know if it feels like it feels like an offer or an idea. What's the world about? It's an accomplishment. The Ten of Wands, it's a completion. It feels really good. It feels mature, it feels heartfelt, it feels good, it feels like something that maybe you've been on a journey for a long time, and it's finally coming about, and it's making you feel good. You have the eight, nine, and 10 of Wands. A lot of passion. Lots of fiery stuff going on here. Hmm. For your advice, the Three of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Ace of Wands reversed. This is about understanding that regardless of our backgrounds or regardless of our differences, if we allow ourselves to open ourselves up to other people, regardless of age, regardless of background, regardless of how somebody looks or whatever, we all have something to learn from one another. And, the Three of Pentacles in traditional Rider Waite Tarot is about there's three people on the card and they're working on something together. And there's two people who are a little bit more advanced in this career. And there's another person who's not so advanced, who's underneath or beneath professionally these other two people. But this person, regardless of their position at work, these other two who are higher ups are learning from the person who is quote unquote beneath them. And I feel like if maybe that's where that maybe it's more of a know-it-all energy coming from you, like, oh, I have to feel like I know more than this person. Maybe that's what it is, right? But it's like if you open yourself up to that, I feel like something can really be there can be a bond here, or that's where you need to make your decisions from, or and don't let your ego or your pride get in the way of whatever this is. Scorpio. So remember I told you there's like a deep, not surface level. Wow, Taurus and Scorpio. opposites. This reminds me of a poem I just wrote called Two Sides of the Same Coin. And it's on my Instagram on Where Dead Flowers Bloom. So go check that out. But that's what this reminds me of. Two-sided coin. This is about being 100% fucking vulnerable, like naked. And maybe literally, but just like being true and honest to what you want and what you truly feel, and how that's where the prosperity lies. That's where the beginning is. That's where the abundance is. Not, on superficial lane or whatever. So, Virgo, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question and get your cards read during this live, then you can do so over here at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Take it easy, Virgo, or don't. Totally up to you. What's up, Donna? Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Kenneth. All right. So let's move on to Leo. Hello, Leo. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you. Okay. The Star, the Seven of Swords reversed, Three of Swords reversed. You got a confession coming in. Looks like somebody who has a bit of a guilty conscience. Okay. The Star, the Strength reversed, the Seven of Wands. You're hopeful about the future, and I think that's where a lot of your focus is on the future. And you got big dreams, Leo, I think. And you may have some haters, I'm not gonna lie. Like with that Seven of Wands in your energy, I think you guys got haters. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'd be lying if I said it wasn't harsh and you're mellow a little bit, making you second guess yourself and things like that. But that's what these experiences are supposed to do. They're supposed to make you second guess yourself just to make sure that you're gonna double down on what the fuck you said, or that you are who you say you are. And I think that's really what it's about. I think that this competition or this feeling of resistance, maybe that you're getting from other people or from a specific person, is just a test of you. Do you really want it? What have you learned so far? You know? Why is the Strength reversed? Let's say that. The Judgment reversed. This challenge is making you second guess your path. Is this really for me? Uh, but it's not, because like the only thing that's bringing this on is because there's a resistance. Maybe somebody didn't, people didn't show up to your stream today. Maybe, not a lot of people showed up to the yoga class that you're teaching. Maybe you got some haters or something that are trying to, who knows, right? But like, it's not that you can't do it, you're doing it. It's just that resistance, which what does resistance do? Well, you either break or you build muscle, right? Just like the gym. So are you going to break or are you going to build the muscle to see this thing through? Because I feel like that's what it's really asking you. You underestimate yourself sometimes. You got the juice, buddy. Ooh. Seven of Swords reversed, the Three of Pentacles reversed, and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like somebody's tipping you off. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Have you guys ever seen Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire? Have you seen it? Anyway, if you've seen that movie, press one. I don't know if you guys have seen Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Okay. If you have, great. But in that movie, a lot of people are making fun of Harry because they don't believe him about Voldemort or whatever. Okay. It's a spoiler. So if you haven't seen it, sorry. And they're all kind of making fun of him. Nobody believes him. Nobody's, whatever. And this guy named Cedric is entering into this big competition with Harry. And Cedric's kind of like making fun of him or whatever. But Harry likes Cedric and Harry's trying to do the right thing. And so regardless, Harry puts his feelings aside about about Cedric and about them like talking crap about him and whatever. And he's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna warn you right now, like don't care if you don't like me or whatever, but there's gonna be fucking dragons in this competition. And like I really want you to be careful and just make sure that you're prepared." Right? He's like trying to do the right thing. And so he goes back, and the guy's like, "Oh, okay." Like he didn't expect it. And he goes back to his friends or whatever. And all of his friends are still talking shit about Harry. And Harry's like, "Whatever, I don't give a fuck. I'm Harry," right? Like I'm a Harry Potter bitch, right? And then so later on, Cedric comes down the line and he repays the favor and he like tips him off and he's like, "Hey, listen, like even though he doesn't necessarily admit that he talks shit, like it's almost like a hey, like, I just want to let you know in this next competition we're having this happen, and so just be prepared." Like trying to kind of, that's what it feels like, something like that. You know what I mean? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Oh, thank you, Enigma. I appreciate that so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you, Jess. So anyway, so it feels like somebody who didn't really like you or didn't like you. It might have just been jealousy, or somebody who was kind of hating on you, maybe talking shit about you, or it could be at work, maybe. But this person is being honest about something, and they're trying to. It feels like they're trying to offer you something of value, even though maybe they fucked up in the past, or yeah. See, Wheel of Fortune. I feel like they're trying to offer something of benefit. They could be trying to offer you something maybe financially or tip you off on something. But I feel like they see your value and they feel guilty about something regarding either a lack of a team effort or maybe some kind of gossip, maybe in the workplace or about your work or something. But it feels good. Three of Swords reversed with the moon and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Those feelings that you have, any of those negative feelings that you're trying to suppress or you pretend like aren't there, put it into your work. Put it into your work or what you're doing. And what do I mean by that? It doesn't necessarily have to be your work, okay? Like me, right? I do put negative and positive energies into my work. I alchemize them and try to make them work for me, right? Or I'll take some negative energy or positive energy and I'll take it into the gym, right? And I'll take it out on the gym kind of thing, right? And so I feel like something that you're harboring, maybe it's a fear, right? Maybe it's a fear. You can alchemize fear as well. I did that when I um was doing a monologue with my acting coach before. I was so anxious. It was my first time ever. And I was able to turn that fear into a really good, I did it really well because I was able to alchemize that fear. And I feel like whatever emotions you're having, you can make that work for you if you really want to, instead of it working against you. Neptune, and it's time to take action. You don't need to know all of the answers in order to make things happen. Like, you don't need to know the outcome. You don't need to sit here and guess, and just do it. I feel like you're just needing to get up and do it. Like, you don't need any more answers, or you don't need any validation. You don't need somebody to tell you it's okay. Like, I feel you just need to go for something. So that is what I have for you, Leo. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys would like to book a super chat question with me to get your cards read during the live, then you can go ahead and do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. What's up, Christina? I'm sorry. That sucks. What's up, Luna? What's up, Tammy? You guys haven't seen Harry Potter? Have you guys read the books? That's my one big dream. Like, well, not my one dream, but that's like a huge dream of mine, is to go to Harry Potter World. Before I die, I have to. Like, honestly, just bury me there. It's like my comfort food, but movie. Movies. Cancer, happy birthday. Hi, Valeria. All right, theme. Oh, Cancer. Cancer, welcome. Let's go ahead and take a look at your week ahead. Hope you guys are doing well. Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Chariot reversed. Come on. Flex on them a little bit. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords reversed. You don't seem too happy. You seem to be I'm not gonna lie, Cancer, you're a little in your ego, right? There's some conflict happening. It's not like a big deal, okay? It's not like a huge deal. Five of Wands isn't a big deal. It's just a bunch of people, like, half-assed arguing on a podcast, and nothing's really happening. It's like it's like kind of one of those. And it seems like maybe you're conflicted about an offer that you're receiving, or you're maybe conflicted about even where you want to put your energy. And I want to say be cautious, because you kind of may be leading with your emotions, but not your stable emotions. I mean, your emotions where you're like kind of cup runneth over, you're kind of feeling a little squirrely. I wonder why this is. Why is that? The Lovers. Oh man. Okay. Huh. Oh, you got a big, big decision on your hands, but I still don't understand why you're feeling conflicted. The Knight of Cups reversed. You're not buying it. You're in a mood. This person may make you jealous or pissed off, or you may feel like they're manipulating you or trying to make you jealous, or, but it doesn't feel like they're trying to. It just feels like there's some conflict about whether or not they are manipulating you or if they're being honest. And you're definitely feeling some type of way about it. And I feel like with that Page of Pentacles, it may be a legit offer and a real connection at that, but you seem to be. mm, I also want to say, be careful of like over idolizing someone, okay? Because you may fall for somebody really, really hard if you're not in a relationship. Like you may really just and want to go all in. And then in the end, you're like, fuck, because this can be projecting some kind of ideal onto another person. But it's almost like you may know that you're doing that. So if you have a habit of doing that, I'm telling you, don't. It never ends well. Okay. Just be cautious because you're having a hard time seeing logic with whatever this is. And I even feel like you have like something legit to offer, truly. Mm, I think it's out of fear. Is it fear? If it's not you idolizing someone, then you can be apprehensive because you're scared. Maybe for a good reason. I don't know. But this seems like a strong connection. Very different, very unique. If it's not love, you could be conflicted about some kind of business or financial opportunity that seems to me very promising, but you may be kind of in a mood about it for some reason. Like, and I feel like it's because you don't trust it. What? What's that Nine of Cups? Oh my God. Well, it's here. You got what you wanted, and now you don't want it. That's what it looks like. This is like somebody that says, "Oh God, I just want a 6'2" fucking daddy with millions of dollars, you know, and like I just want somebody to just know how to handle me or whatever it is, right? And then it comes into your life and you're like, get out, like it's a very, it's like you're getting what you want and you're like taking out your sword. You're like, on guard. Who goes there? Like, it's so fucking funny. I'm sorry. And it's this like somebody's taking a chance on you or somebody's taking a risk. I'm not sure why it's such a risk, but it seems like it's a big risk. And it's like what you want on an individual level. Like you want this. It can't even be where it's putting you into position of power, but maybe you're like the power behind the curtain. So you're not really getting a bunch of external credit for it or validation as well. It can be that. This is so, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but it's so funny. Or it's like, I don't know, but you're just like, oh no, it's just not gonna work out anyway. But this is like Emperor, the lovers. I mean, I don't know if I'd really kick this guy out of bed for eating crackers, you know what I'm saying? Wait, what's a cult? Wait, what? Oh, wait, what's a cult? But maybe this has nothing to do with this, but this is like something that you want, but it's like you're pushing it away. Oh, what's up, Madison? Chariot reversed, King of Cups reversed, Queen of Cups in the upright. I feel like you need to lead with softness on this one with that Queen of Cups. Okay. You seem like the feminine because you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this is about leading with your femininity, leading with softness, right? You shouldn't have to force anybody to be a certain way or force anyone to, because the chariot reverse can talk about where we're trying to force something, you know, sometimes in extreme cases, like, against your will, or it can be very extreme, but it's usually, it can a lot of the times be about chaos, or trying to force something, trying to make something like a square fit into a star shape kind of thing, and it's like, okay, stop trying to force something if you're not feeling it. And I think this is really about you, not to sound corny, but listening to your heart on the matter. You have Sagittarius as your advice, and confidence is your key to success. So this is very fiery energy. This is about being optimistic and being confident in getting what it is that you want, freeing yourself from old habits or ways of thinking or whatever it is. But there needs to be a new beginning in your level of confidence, and getting what it is that you want. Freaking reverse stripper. Okay, Sean, seriously, inappropriate. It came from up there. All right then. Let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, you're kind of the stars of the show. Congrats on, Uranus being in your sign. Woo! Let's see. Okay. How perfect for Uranus moving into your sign. We'll move back into Taurus November 8th, but here we are. The Queen of Wands reversed for what's coming towards you. That doesn't look very fun. The Sun is your advice. Well, Tammy, they're general readings. So if you're just sitting at home twiddling your thumbs and closing all your curtains every day, no one, I can't imagine some guy or some gal is just going to show up at your doorstep. You know what I'm saying? Unless you get lucky, super, super lucky. I was wondering if you have a phone I can use. My car broke down in the middle of nowhere. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles reversed, and the Five of Pentacles reversed for your energy. Okay. Well, something didn't work out. And it kind of felt like something was missing, or you felt left out in some way. Something had to be abandoned, but that didn't work out. The opportunity is lost, or it's just some kind of missed opportunity. But it seems like you're creating a new opportunity. So basically, one thing didn't work out. Great, you're creating a new one. That's basically it. You seem to be pretty sharp in regards to the way that you're thinking. You seem to be very communicative this week. You seem to have a lot of ideas growing. This can be ideas that you are receiving from maybe podcasts or from your tarot reader, right? Anything that you're like listening to or reading. It can also be that you're doing a lot of reading or writing. Maybe you're making music, but Ace of Swords can be anything really around communication and a lot of ideas. And it can be ideas that you're having on how to either get out of debt or how to resolve some kind of self-worth or self-value issue or some kind of financial issue. Tell me about the Ace of Swords a little bit more. Yeah, it feels like it's around finances. You seem to have an idea maybe on how to make money, how to save money, how to budget better. Maybe you're kind of cutting things out, like you're cutting certain things out of your budget. It feels very responsible. Like you're trying to be more responsible. You're like, "Oh, I don't really need that every month. Maybe I'll take whatever." Like you're going about it in a good way. And Geminis, you guys will, ma'am, what is wrong with you? Whatever, I'm not even going to deal with that right now. I hate that sound of cats scratching things. It drives me crazy. Okay. Queen of Wands reverse, Ten of Swords, and the Five of Cups. So it seems like I hate to say it, right? But these things do happen. There seems to be somebody who is pretty angry with you, maybe for no reason. Maybe they're just hating. I don't know. Okay. But they seem to be very angry with you over some form of ending or some form of betrayal. And there's a lot of regret around this. There's a lot of past baggage between you and this person. What's that Ten of Swords about? The Seven of Cups reversed. Excuse me. It seems like some kind of reality check um is happening. It seems like there is some kind of reality check that has taken place that has led to this essential betrayal, or the betrayal is what led to the reality check, which is what led to the ending. Regardless, what's that Five of Cups, the Fool reverse? It feels like somebody here did something incredible or is doing something incredibly reckless and will soon to regret it later. You are done. You are done. God help me. Does anybody else's cat do that? Chew on plastic? So gross. Completely understand how I can sabotage what's happening right now. He's 6'4", and yes, he's a millionaire. Yeah, but I mean, just because someone is 6'4" and they're a millionaire doesn't mean that you have to be with them. And it certainly doesn't mean that they're meant for you or that they're a good person just because they're 6'4" and a millionaire, you know? Okay. I feel like you need to stop stressing. If you are stressed, I know it's easier said than done, right? Easy for me to say that over here on this side. So this is about being confident and being optimistic. Learning to express yourself, maybe some poetry, some spoken word, maybe you need to go perform your music or do something. Get out there and meet people and travel and network and learn something new that's going to increase your confidence. Anything that is going to lead to your confidence or you becoming a better leader in your own life, or something that's leading to more self-expression and fun and joy. Like, you need to be taking action on those things that kind of get you out of your head and into your body and out there living life. That's what I feel like. Fire and believe in the impossible. Listen, I feel like you have so much potential right now. I feel like you have so much potential right now. And fire, it literally says confidence on this card. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. That's what you're needing to lead with. Because I feel like if you reach for this thing or whatever it is that you want, you just might get it. Honestly. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, then you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Hi, Taurus. Oh, I just put my thumb. What's going on, Taurus? I hope that you guys are well. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is coming towards you for the rest of this week. Ew. Ew. Ace of Cups for what's coming towards you. Okay. Your advice is the Page of Wands reverse. Stop procrastinating, honey. It's not cute. I'm saying this as a Taurus rising, Taurus moon. Let's see what that Hierophant. Hierophant reversed, Eight of Cups reversed, King of Pentacles reversed. Well, you're showing up as a man. Okay, so for my feminine Tauruses, this may be reversed. You are showing up as a masculine. Okay. Well, it's not my favorite. You're very in your lower vibrational state, dare I say, with that Hierophant reversed. This is very my way or the highway. It has to be like this or nothing at all. This is the way that I think. And so you have to think this way too, or you're my enemy, in extreme cases, or it has to be this way, or blah, blah, blah. It's very stubborn. Excuse me. It's very, in extreme cases, it can be very culty. And it seems like you're just stuck there with that Eight of Cups reversed. You may be returning to an old relationship, but it can just be out of comfort. Or King of Pentacles reversed is somebody who, they want to split like 50-50 on the dinner bill, or, because the King of Pentacles in the upright is the ultimate provider. he provides and he shows up and he takes care of him and his family. I'm not saying you don't take care of your family, okay? But King of Pentacles reverse can be like, oh yeah, you want to get into a relationship, but really it's because, you know, you want to split bills with somebody and you want to get them to move in really, really quick so you guys can split bills. It's like, it's not a genuine connection or a genuine intent. King of Pentacles reverse can also be somebody who is attempting to piggyback off of somebody else to ride their success wave. And it feels like that's why you're returning to somebody or something or an old way of thinking, you know, even if it's like, oh, I want to be a part of this political party because then I feel like, you know, I can be a part of something and then more people are going to like me and value me, or I want to be a part of some fucking group or whatever, right? It's like, ugh. What's that? Eight of Cups reversed? There is passion around whatever this is, though. There's passion around. What is it? What the fuck is it? The Magician reversed. You doubt that you can return to it, but you're passionate about it. It excites you. I don't know, maybe this is like your ex-wife or something, right? I know she ain't gonna take me back, but want to hit one last time. I don't know, whatever your thing is. God damn it. What's up, Courtney? How are those on? I never turn those on. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate it. She pissed me the fuck off. I know that I did not turn those on. Okay, so Ace of Cups, Empress reversed. Nine of Pentacles reversed for what's coming towards you. Ooh. Oh. The girlies are gonna shoot me. Ladies. So look, there's a woman here or a very strong feminine who has a shit ton to give, a lot to offer, but they don't think that it's enough. They don't think that what they have to offer is enough. So this is somebody who feels like they have to prove something. They feel like they have to overgive. And with the way that you're showing up, I mean, I feel like you're all for it because listen, I this is a really negative. This is going to sound really negative, but you seem to want things exactly your way and you seem to not really be in a relationship or into something for the right reasons. And this, for somebody who is showing up in that energy, this energy coming towards you is like the perfect thing for you. Somebody who doesn't know their worth, somebody who's willing to go above and beyond, somebody who doesn't think that they're good looking enough or pretty enough or you know, they don't fuck good enough or they don't have enough or whatever, and they will like pour into you until their light is completely dimmed beyond belief. This is, I'm gonna be honest, this is my least favorite reading. It ain't my reading. I'm not claiming that fucking reading. I'm not gonna lie, it looks bad. So listen, if you're this feminine, um, you're delusional about yourself and not in a good way. You are probably so much more beautiful and talented and gifted and willing and just wonderful than you think that you are. And you may be running right into the arms of a vampire. Okay, just putting that out there. Page of Wands reversed, Four of Swords reversed, the Two of Wands. That's your advice. So this is not time to delay any kind of healing or therapy that you may feel like you need, that you probably need. Everybody needs therapy, including myself. Okay. But with that Page of Wands reversed, the Four of Swords reversed, there's an immaturity issue here as well. And I feel like there's also an ego issue, something like that. But we're needing to think differently and do differently in order to have different, you know. Yin, a time for healing. Boom. Time to sit this one out, player. Oh, time to sit this one out, buddy. Like I really think that this is the time for you to focus on spirituality and meditation, journaling, anything that is going to help you evolve. People that refuse to evolve or that refuse to grow are usually resistant to information about themselves that would assist them in doing that, in growing. And so what happens is subconsciously or consciously, they beat everybody else down around them so that way they don't have to grow. Yeah. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Sorry that sounded so crappy. For some of you, it was reversed. I'm sorry if it was. It just is what it is. But I love you guys. Have a good one. And if you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, then you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Thanks a ton. Courtney, I'm dead at your question. That is so funny. Now I need to know if I'm the asshole in these reads. All right, let's see. Aries. Oh no, Courtney, you're fine, honey. You're totally okay. I promise. It is okay. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and see you. All righty. Tower reversed. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. Three of Wands reversed. Okay. Mm. What about that Seven of Pentacles? It feels like something has been holding you back, honestly. It feels like something's been holding you back quite a bit. I feel like it's yourself, quite frankly. The Tower reversed, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords reversed. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Wands reversed. Okay. So a change has needed to happen for quite a while, and you keep hanging on to something or someone that you've been invested in for quite a while. I feel like you've maybe gotten a return on whatever it is that you've been invested in, and but you're at this point where you feel like it's not either good enough or it's not quick enough or it's not really maybe happening in the way that you wanted. And so there can be this lack of patience. You can be feeling a little impatient. And the Four of Wands reversed, it can be around a home matter or a family matter, a relationship matter, something in regards to maybe a party that you've been planning as well for some of you. But it's basically now it's kind of do or die. You're like, do I keep investing in this or do I do something else? Right? Maybe you're trying to, pick a place out for your wedding and you're like, ah, fuck, I don't think this is going to come through. Should I go ahead and put my money here? Maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's that you're wanting to buy a home, whatever it is. So you're kind of at this point where you know that you need to decide, but you're having a little bit of a hard time. What's that Eight of Swords reverse? The Death reverse. You keep hanging on to something. You know what it feels like? It feels like you keep hanging on to something hoping that it'll work out, but it's just like not. And you've been hanging on to it for a while and nothing is actually changing. And so now you're getting to this point where you're like, oh fuck, I better like figure it out. And I feel like you've been in this for a while. Mm, ew. Knight of Pentacles reversed, Four of Cups, and the Page of Swords reversed. Okay. Well, it doesn't really feel like anything's coming towards you. It's more so that something is happening about you behind your back. There seems to be somebody here who's very focused on how others view them, to a point that is detrimental to them and potentially to you for some reason. This is someone who feels rejected or is constantly, this is like, excuse me, this is like the type of person who is so critical of themselves on the inside that they end up being critical to everybody else. And then, like, not realizing what they have, or never being grateful to anyone, or always thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. And that Page of Swords reverse is like, this person's spying on you, like gossiping about you, maybe making assumptions. What's that Page of Swords reversed? You know, those people that watch your social media just to talk shit about you or just to like be weird? They're not really for you, like losers. They're not really for you. They always compare themselves to you, or they feel like they got to compete with you, or they feel like I'm better than them, or they rejected me. Well, look how bad they did on this thing, or whatever. Like, that's what it feels like. It's like somebody who's waiting to see you fail or wanting to see you fail. It's like, it's really bad energy. If I'm going to be honest, it's not my favorite. What is their intent? Like, what is their intention here? The two, oh, does this person love you? Is this person secretly in love with you? Isn't that always the story, right? This person's like in love with you low key, or maybe they just feel a very strong connection with you, or they want to be with you, or they want to be close to you. They want to get up in your guts. Who knows, right? Whatever the thing is, but I feel like this person is secretly in love with you. So have fun with that. The Three of Wands reversed, the Nine of Wands reversed, and the High Priestess. I feel like you need not give anything any attention. Like, if something doesn't show up in the way that you want, or, if somebody's trying to pressure you, like, don't give in. Don't get frustrated. Just let go. Listen to what your intuition is telling you, because it's going to steer you in the right direction this week. I feel like there's a lot of potential that you have, and that's what you're needing to focus on, not whatever this is. The North Node. Nothing will come of this. Yeah, don't pay attention to whatever that is. Nothing will come of this situation. And North Node, you need to focus on your destiny and where you're headed, not where you've been. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much, Aries. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, then you can do so at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. 101 essays that will change the way you think. Ooh, Brianna West. Wait, didn't she write another book? Didn't she write another book? Not get in your guts. I said what I said. have to pee again. Thanks, Lori, for being here. Courtney, it's not embarrassing. You're okay. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, we have a slow night, so it's going to be quick. When you're ready, this is how you heal is another one. Okay. How will Uranus and Gemini affect Gemini risings? Well, I mean, it's definitely going to cause some shakeups in your relationships. You guys are likely going to meet people that are going to make you change or make you realize in ways that you have not been authentic to yourself, and the way that you think and the way that you speak. Uranus is going to make you buckle down on what you say and who you are. It's going to say, did you really mean that? Is this really who you are? You know, is that really how you feel? And it can change up your appearance, like when Uranus went through um my first house, like I stopped doing the platinum blonde, I got rid of my extensions, I stopped all the freaking crazy lip filler shit, whatever. But it can happen that way in a way, okay? But it's in Gemini, so it's a little bit different. But Uranus does a lot better in Gemini than it does in Taurus, okay? In Gemini, it feels a little bit more like a fucking radical fairy. You know what I'm saying? But if anything goes into your first house, it's going to affect your entire chart. It'll eventually cause a shakeup in your home life. It'll eventually cause a shakeup in your career. It's going to challenge you and ask you to change. And it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel uncomfortable. This is an angular house. If it's in your first house, this is an angular house. So it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. It doesn't mean it's not going to make some, positive transits and stuff. Like right now, Uranus is making a transit to Pluto in the 10th, right? So there's some empowering things that can happen. But you also need to take a look at your chart and kind of see. But I would also be careful of any like physical accidents, because Uranus can be your body. Okay. So just be cautious around that stuff as well. Anxiety, overthinking can really happen also. You know what I really liked? I really liked that book, The Mountain Is You. That book, you're welcome, Kenneth. Have a good one, babe. That book, The Mountain Is You, bitch, that book had me crying at like 1 a.m. by myself. I was like, wow, this really hurts. I don't appreciate it. Like it was hard. That book was hard to listen to. But it was so good, honestly. It was so good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do super chatter number one. Okay, let me see. So as far as the blind spots in the relationship, hold on, let me shoot, I forgot to I forgot to freaking shuffle. You're welcome, Enigma. You have a good one, honey. Okay, let me get to moi. Okay, now let's do number one. So number one, super chatter. Let's go ahead and see your relationship blind spots. The devil, the hermit reversed, the king of swords. Okay. Well, for the devil to be a blind spot is a pretty big deal. The devil can be obsession, fears, self-sabotaging behaviors, power struggles, people trying to have the one up on each other, etc. And when I asked, well, what exactly is the devil? And then I got the hermit reversed. This can talk about a lack of self-awareness, a paranoia. This can also talk about where we're overthinking things and we get in our head about certain things and then lead ourselves to this like, path of doom in regards to where the relationship is or is not going. So this can be where we're really needing to be a bit more logical in our thinking, in our communication, being a little bit more objective in the way that we see something, as opposed to, an all or nothing kind of mindset, or maybe allowing fear to make our decisions for us. And I think that it's really about talking about these things honestly, like really kind of laying it bare, which I think can only lead to more self awareness and some kind of resolve down the line, and really listening to one another as well. I feel like your partner may have, with this King of Swords, I would imagine that you're the feminine. So I would imagine that this is your masculine. I feel like this person has some really good insights in regards to the things I just mentioned potentially. So maybe open up more to him about those things. Show me more blind spots. Two of Swords reversed. The temperance reversed. I feel like you're needing to speak up about something. If something makes you uncomfortable, I feel like you're needing to speak up about it with that two of swords reversed. Because if this is like, because I asked like what you need to be doing in the relationship to try to give an idea of how it could go better. And the two of swords reverse is about where we're not avoiding something, where we're not like blind to something, where we need to be honest with ourselves in regards to what we've seen or what was discussed that has made us uncomfortable, or that has made us feel like we're not at peace with something. And needing to, this is Mercury and Cancer. Mercury is about communication. The Three of Cups is Mercury and Cancer. So this is about being, once again, open and honest about our feelings and our boundaries as well, and taking initiative in regards to how we're feeling about things, even if it scares you to be that honest. The outcome, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords reversed, Ten of Swords. Why that Ten of Swords? Okay. The Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Ten of Swords for the outcome. So I feel like this is maybe you. Um, it seems like you're pretty committed, but I think that some old things can potentially come up where maybe you're trying to nurture the connection, etc. I would be cautious that something isn't going on behind your back. I'm not necessarily saying like this person is cheating or anything like that, but you see how that Queen of Pentacles is not looking over here? It's almost like an unawareness of this. That's what that feels like to me. Like there's an unawareness of something kind of going on. And it can be about a betrayal or some kind of ending that's getting ready to happen. So I'm wondering if that Two of Swords reversed is really about not avoiding that. If you're feeling something like that, kind of run with that feeling. The Four of Cups reversed with the Five of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Pentacles in the upright is clarifying the Ten of Swords. So this can be where somebody decides to put more of the focus on themselves. They're not really focused on the relationship, da 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 da, So And it can be due to like a lack of gratitude in some way. Somebody can maybe be not so grateful and, act in ways that they're not really supposed to. So, and I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but just be aware of it, because there may be some things kind of going on in the background that you need to address, or like open up about maybe, or question. So, we have Leo, and then we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So I feel like in regards to you and your sense of self-expression, or how you're leading the relationship, maybe it may be this need to like lead by example. Okay. Leo can also be about being confident in the way that you're expressing yourself, or your own creativity, and not really dimming your shine for someone else, or making yourself smaller so somebody else can feel more comfortable. I feel like with the end of a tough cycle approaches, I feel like once you do that, once you come to an awareness of that, that's when the kind of like hard times, or difficult times, or uncomfortable times can kind of come to a halt a little bit. Okay. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. I hope that that helped. All right. We have number two. Sure. Let me see. I think that this person could have taken a little bit of a blow to the ego, a little, feeling some type of way about it, like no doubt about it. Okay. But that Nine of Swords reverse tells me that it's more of an internal insecurity, or an ego issue within them, okay, that you may be triggering. That Ace of Cups with the Two of Pentacles tells me that this person can handle it. Okay, they're handling it, and I still think that they love you, or they care about you, and it's likely that they still want something from you, and they probably want to offer you something. With that Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups is a very potent energy. It's very strong, so I don't think they're too bent out of shape about it. They just may have taken a little bit of blow to their ego. You know what I mean? All right, number three. Should I keep applying at this company? Um, Six of Wands reversed. I feel like you're not appreciated, or you're not being appreciated. I feel like you need to be. I feel like with that star reversed, there may not be a lot of hope in this particular direction. It almost feels like you need to aim higher than whatever this is. Like there's something bigger for you. It's like right package, wrong location. Um, Thoughts and feelings towards you. Okay. This person feels like they need to make a choice, or they may feel like they've gotten some kind of reality check about a situation that can feel quite heavy. And they can feel like there's kind of a lot on their plate right now that they can't handle, or maybe they're having a hard time taking responsibility for something in regards to the two of you. But they do see the reality of a situation, and they feel like they need to make a choice. They may be trying, they may have a lot on their chest that they need to get off their chest as well for some reason, but it feels like a lot that they can't really handle. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. I love you. Have a really, really good night. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Lori. Thank you, Complexity. Thank you, Kenneth. I will talk to you guys soon.